Milena.
Okay.
Good morning to everyone. We are Milena Froio and Carmela Coscarella, two students of statistics. We want to describe our project about a business process of newsstands. Business processes have a crucial role to describe and analyze a process in generally and the client and the company's methods. To manage a business process, we have take advantages of many different workflow systems. A workflow systems is a software that use with different features and different components. The tool that we use to analyze our process is Jasper. Jasper is a tool that is based on Petris nets. Petris nets are instruments, and with this instrument we can analyze a process, in particular our process of a newsstands. As we can see by this graph, a Petris net with Jasper is composed by circle and by square. Circle is the place and square is the task, the transition. The transition is an action, the work that the employee make. Here is an employee, an employee, an employee, an employee. When the customer come into the newsstands, it is represented by a token, and the different passage of this process is represented by the movement of this token, state by state. Jasper can allow us to show the process in generally and also state by state. There is different construction. This is a sequence, this is an end, and after Carmela will show the XOR. When a customer come into the newsstands, he can make three different things. He can, as we can see by this image, he can take a charge card, he can buy a newspaper, or he can buy anything else that he can find in a stationary things. But now Carmela will explain better three different.
I will ask you a question very quickly. Who created this diagram?
We with
Okay.
Jasper.
Okay.
We use Jasper just for create this diagram, and this thanks to the Petrinets that is at the base of Jasper. We can use this, and the result that this software give us back to analyze the process in every state or in every moment of the process.
Okay.
Now the first branch is the charge card branch, and
Show
we
it to us. Maybe you can swap. You can
we use this branch to describe when a customer choose a charge card, to have a charge card. So when the customers arrive in our it's Anna Soles as a newsstand. When the customers arrive in the newsstand, have the possibility to choose if want a charge card, a newspaper, or something else. A charge card is modeled with XOR, that is a particular construct of Jasper, and give us the possibility to have a different percentage, and it represents the possibility that the charge card is or not in the store. If the charge card is in the store, the token go to available, and then actives the transition play charge card. So the employee play a charge card, and then the customer can pay for this charge card. If the charge card isn't in the store, the customer go out. But the customer can choose to have a newspaper. If he wants a newspaper, he asks for a newspaper, and we model this request with another XOR. And
just a quick question. What's the charge card for? What's the charge card for?
For telephone.
Okay.
La ricarica.
Okay, only for telephone or for other services?
No, only for telephone.
Okay, go ahead.
The branch of newspaper is we used another XOR, and is set with 18% is the number of the percentage of the possibility that the newspaper is in a store, and 20 is the possibility that the percentage of the possibility that the newspaper isn't in a store. We used this XOR because there are a lot of newspaper on market, so it's possible that we don't have a particular newspaper that the customers want.
Okay.
If we have the newspaper, the token go in store, and then actives the transition give the newspaper. So the employee give a newspaper, and then the customers can pay for it. All transition of that the customer does to pay something that he buy in our store is activated by only one employee of the store.
Mm-hmm.
The employee that stay at the cash register. Cashier.
Okay.
If the newspaper isn't in a store, the token actives the transition newspaper isn't in a store, so we use another XOR because there is a possibility that then the customers want to have this newspaper, so we can make an order to have in our store. If he want this newspaper, the transition go on ask and order it, and then the tokens pass to this state to that model. They go when the customers goes out.
When the customer leaves.
Okay. The last branch is a branch in
Stationery store.
because in our news stand we have something that we can or you can find the customer can find in a stationery store. So the customer can choose if he wants to buy something that he can find in a stationery store, or if he wants a photocopy.
Mm-hmm.
If he wants a photocopy, the tokens pass to this transition and then active another transition. But we don't have a name in this transition because we used this transition only to
only a schematic transition.
but there isn't anyone that active this transition.
Activates this transition.
So if the customers buy something, the tokens pass in this point, and then the token go if the customers buy something in yes, and then the customer can pay for something that he choose in our store, or the tokens pass in another state that we named no, and then the customer can go out. No. With this software that we used to model our process, we can do a lot of analysis about our new stand. In fact, the process, if the software, if we use run automatically, that is a function, a particular function of this software. The software give us back a cycle time and work time that are the index that we use to analyze the time in the middle time of the customer in a stand.
Did you do the graphs? Did you do all these graphs?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Bisogna crederci nelle cose. Yes. Okay.
And
for
with
your yes. Okay.
With these graphs, we can say that if we can study the process only with one server and with two employees. So if we have only one employee, the work intensity grows up, and the time of the middle number and the middle time of permanence in a new sense grows up both. While if we have two employees, the time is
Decreases. Okay.
Decreases.
Time decreases.
This is our project.
Ah. Any quick question that you want to ask Rossella?
How useful is all this? How useful is all this? Because
Can we?
How useful?
is this everything that you presented today, your project?
The meaningfulness, or the usefulness. How useful?
About this project,
Yes.
to optimize the time in azienda, how you can say
Company.
azienda, company, and in this case we analyze the newspaper, and thanks and with this graph, with this analysis, we understand that it's better put two employees to optimize the time of the global process.
Okay.
Two better than one.
Yes.
Two better than one.
Is this the project that you have been carrying out in the other course? Is this the project? I'm sorry.
Yes, but in another course, my colleague is Anna Sole. In fact, the new stand
you said
is.
at the beginning. You said at the beginning. Yeah. This is why I was kind of surprised that you mentioned Anna Sole.
Yeah.
So Anna Sole is okay. Can you remind me? Can you tell the courses? The other course is titled
Sistemi informativi.
in English.
Informative system.
Systematic systems. So yeah, I believe so. All right. Maybe we can ask some other questions later.
Okay.
Now it's your turn, Alessandro and Franco.
Facciamo passare.